a spade. What happened was a charade of a justice, right? And it's just a deliberate attempt to frustrate young people who are worried and want to pour out their hearts in clear languages that people in authority will hear. And I think that this is one of those clear cases that I described in my book, Guilty Until Proven Innocent, where young people are banded together and are presumed guilty, and for that reason, you go lock them up before they even establish their innocence before the court of law. Do you recognize that not every single protester that you saw on that day may be blocking a road? Do you recognize that not every single protester was involved in any activity that you may describe as an unlawful activity, and that some were just standing, some were even just bystanders who were arrested, and some who were even arrested were people who just went and visited others who were arrested? Clearly, you can see a machination, a system, a deliberate system to met out injustice to people who are fighting for a common cause. And that is what we are fighting before the Human Rights High Court.
Yes, I also recognize that some of the persons arrested were leaders or leading lights or leading voices of the protest. The Public Order Act says that if the demonstration goes contrary to law, the leaders of the demonstration will have to bear responsibility. So
that responsibility is a civil responsibility, not a criminal responsibility.
But if there are criminal acts in there,
you cannot attribute another person's criminal act to another person. It's not done like that. It's never done like that. It's civil responsibility. I mean, this is not the first time I've seen police clamp down on people. I demonstrated in Medina here and I saw what they did to me. I saw a number of things they did, right? And so the police are constantly, or the states are using the police constantly to violate citizens who have a right to demonstrate. In any event, what are the people demonstrating, against? What are they fighting for? Our common survival? And that becomes a crime? You just suppose what they were doing with the water bodies that have been destroyed, the diseases that we are having now, the kidney diseases, the cyanides in our water bodies. Our water bodies have been completely destroyed. Just suppose it with them and see. Where does the argument lie, or where should this argument favor? I believe that each of these protesters should be admitted to bail. Pending trial. There is no evidence that most of these even protesters were involved in anything even in the first place. So why even arrest them?
But we understand the police is showing them videos of themselves and in some cases other people, engage in illegal activity. So for example,
what is the illegal activity?
Burning of public property and things like that.
Political
party paraphernalia,
please,
etc.
Please.
Political
party paraphernalia are public properties.
Of course, they are. The Supreme Court, is it in Yevuibo or so, in one of those cases pronounced that political party property could be public property. That's
public property.
We
are talking about posters of political parties. Please.
Yeah, but we have paraphernalia. That should be property. But
let's be making substantial arguments over needless formalities. We are talking about the life of people, the life of our compatriots, the life of our brothers and sisters that are being endangered, that are being violated by the state. The state that are supposed to protect us have taken to destroying us, destroying our water bodies. Somebody comes out to tell you in your face that stop destroying our water bodies. You are using it to clamp them down, to violate them in a very, very in this gross manner. And you are saying that what? They were destroying public property, including what? Posters of
the other point, how about persons who cite Oliver Bakavomawo? We saw that on video. He entered a police vehicle, turned off the ignition, took off the key, ran away and threw the key away. Will you condone that?
So I don't condone that. But which crime does that amount to?
No, I'm here to see the full charges. But surely that should raise some concern. And the police must be concerned about it too.
Listen, wait, please, I beg you. I saw a charge of stealing key of police vehicle. You see, let's get serious. There is no protest in this world that will not have what we call some of these sites issues, because protest is protest. The meaning of protest is for you to do something extraordinary that does not exist, for people to draw people's attention. So in a protest, the reason why you actually pre-agree with police, your route and everything, is that the police are supposed to be there so that when those things are getting out of hand, they bring them under control. It does not include unlawfully arresting them, bundling them, using excessive force against them, taking them through, this crude justice system and remanding them for what? For misdemeanors? Please. This is a regime of tyranny that is denying ordinary citizens of their rights, including their right to freely express themselves against the tyranny and against the people who are destroying us. That is why we are challenging before the Human Rights High Court.
I see. So the return date for this application is 28th of August. Hopefully by that time your client would have been granted bail or admitted to bail, and we'll see them in court. That
is our hope, yes, and we'll be in court to continue to fight.
But I'm just curious. I understand you were to repeat the bail application. Did you do that, and what was the outcome?
Well, there are different set of lawyers that are dealing with the criminal matter, and I'm sure that some work is being done on that one also.
Very well. Thank you so much, Honorable.
The pleasure is mine, sir.
Francis-Xavier Sosu, a member of Parliament for Madina, of course, is a lawyer, and now he's lawyer for some 32 caged protesters. If you recall.